If you're using AI to create wall art, vintage designs are probably one of the best directions to explore. And the reason is simple. The aged textures, faded colors, hand-drawn details, and natural imperfections can make your designs feel much more like real artwork rather than another image that was obviously generated with AI. But vintage wall art is a huge niche, and some styles are much more interesting to explore than others. Recently, I came across one particular direction that takes us hundreds of years back that still has good potential to perform well and look like something you would discover inside an antique sketchbook or museum archive. And that's the wall art idea I'm going to show you how to create today. So, the vintage wall art direction I'm talking about is Leonardo da Vinci-inspired artwork, and what immediately makes this style different from most vintage wall art is that we're not really focusing on traditional finished paintings. Instead, the inspiration comes from the incredible sketches, studies, and notebook-style drawings associated with Leonardo and the Renaissance period. Aged paper, delicate ink lines, cross-hatched shading, handwritten notes, anatomical studies, botanical drawings, and mechanical sketches give the artwork an authentic old-world look that feels naturally suited for vintage wall decor. And this is where I think the opportunity gets interesting. Vintage wall art is already a massive category, but instead of competing with the same landscape paintings or botanical prints that you see everywhere, we can treat this as a smaller sub-niche within that larger market. And we don't have to limit ourselves to recreating Leonardo's existing artwork either. We can use the same Renaissance sketchbook aesthetic to create completely new designs collections that look like pages recovered from an old Renaissance notebook. That gives us a lot more room to create something original while still maintaining the vintage appearance people are looking for. And I think this particular style becomes even more interesting when you turn it into a physical wall art product. Imagine one of these designs printed on textured-looking paper, placed inside a dark wooden frame, and displayed in an room. It immediately has a different perceived value compared with simply presenting it as an AI-generated digital image. Of course, you could still sell the artwork as a digital download on Etsy, but physical wall art gives you more room when it comes to pricing. Instead of competing only with lower-priced printable files, you can offer customers an actual poster or art print that arrives ready for them to frame and display. And you don't need to print or ship any of these products yourself. With a platform like Printify, selling physical products has never been easier. Printify offers a wide range of popular white label products you can effortlessly print your designs on. It also integrates directly with popular online stores, and with the Printify AI model, you can easily generate searchable product information. Once your design is uploaded, it will automatically be listed on your store. And when a customer makes a purchase, Printify takes care of both printing and shipping, all without you lifting a finger. Keep watching to learn how to set this up step by step. Now, to create this type of vintage Paul Gauguin-inspired wall art using AI, I found Canva's Magic Media, but before that, I started with a prompt like this: a vintage Renaissance sketch of a detailed human hand study, drawn with fine brown ink and delicate graphite shading on aged cream parchment, surrounded by subtle anatomical notes, measurement lines, geometric diagrams, and handwritten Renaissance-style annotations, inspired by Leonardo da Vinci's scientific notebooks. Highly detailed antique illustration, warm sepia tones, authentic old paper texture, elegant museum-quality wall art, centered composition, vertical 2:3 poster format, no modern objects, no frame. Once the prompt was ready, I created a new Canva project using a 2:3 aspect ratio. Then I opened Magic Media, pasted in the prompt, selected the image format, and generated the design. And this was the result. What I like about this approach is that the image doesn't have that overly polished AI-generated appearance. The colors, composition, and painted texture make it feel much closer to a piece of real vintage artwork. Once I was done, I exported it. But that was all the prompt I created, and I was able to create several different variations while keeping the same vintage artistic direction. In total, I created over 100 prompt variations that you can experiment with to create similar wall art designs. To make the process even easier, I also put together my wall art starter pack, which includes 600 prompts, 25 wall art ready mockups, 10 thank you pages, plus an SEO and sizing guide to help with your workflow. And a special thanks to my Patreon supporters for helping make this possible. Now that the artwork is ready, the next step is preparing it for the physical product. Since AI-generated images can sometimes have limited resolution and may look pixelated when printed, so I used Let's Enhance to upscale the image and increase its resolution. From there, I took the higher resolution version over to Printify. Once my store was connected, I selected Poster in the catalog section and choose the poster product I wanted. Then I uploaded the design to fit the frame after I selected the sizes I want to be available for this product. After this, Printify also provides product mockups, which help present the artwork as an actual product rather than simply showing customers the original image. Printify automatically provides default product details to streamline the setup process. To improve discoverability, I use Printify's built-in AI tool to generate a structured title, description, and searchable tags. Once everything was finalized, I published the listing. Finally, if you found this helpful, you can access my prompt list in the description. It can help reduce trial and error when generating designs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.